Well, my name's Larry Gonzalez, and I am a work coordinator at the Laguna Madre and the Whitecap plant. That's in Laguna Madre's in Flower Bluff. Whitecap's on the island. No, it's real hard to accept an award as an individual when it's really everyone else that helped you get there. And that really applies just about to anything in life. Things wouldn't get done if the people I work with weren't so efficient, so helpful, so supportive, and the people that work, my superiors, they're very they trust me, they have faith in me, and they're supportive on what we do out here. And some of the recognition was about reaching out to the public on education and stuff like that. Well, I think it's so the public can realize what we all do. It's not just for me. Our citizen today is very informed. I mean, you got a library, you got the world in your hands. You can look up stuff. You know what's going on, and sometimes they know just enough to be dangerous. But I think that's where we need to come in and explain to them what we actually do. I mean, the job can be challenging. Believe me, it is stressful. We have to deal with the state and federal agencies every day, and we must. I mean, it's challenging every day, pretty much, really. Just right now as we speak, we had a switch over. If the public only knew the kind of work we do to make sure that they can pull that little lever and nothing happens and the water gets clean, it's just challenging every day. I mean, and we got to be in compliance all the time. We can't take a day off. So it's challenging, it's stressful, it's more stressful than probably I show. Another lifetime ago, I used to work in the oil field. Back in the early 80s, right, I was going to college, landed a job. I never got to finish because I got offered a job on computers. And they offered me such an awesome pay. And I took it. Well, I did that for almost 9 years. And of course, remember the computers back then were the old dinosaur computers, not what we got today. Well, lost my job after working with them 9 years. And I just needed a job. I was desperate. I was doing whatever I could. I got bills. I got house to pay. Like everyone else, it was a tough economy, and I'll just take whatever. And my stepdad at the time was working at wastewater. He's since passed, but he worked at wastewater. He worked at one of the plants. But he would always tell me, "Hey, come work over here, Sonny. Come work for the city." Anyway, so I came over here thinking, okay, I'll get this job temporarily in wastewater. By the time I realized, everything just fell in my lap at the right time. I got my licenses at the right time. Computers came. I mean, started bringing in computers. I started doing some of the programming on the floppies, and then of course later came networking. I happened to be, one of the few that actually probably the only one that knew anything. I put a lot of the reports that we have today. Back then I put the spreadsheets on. Back then it was Quattro Pro, so I was putting them on Quattro Pro first, so they wouldn't have to type it. Eventually we got all these new programs now, but back then that's what I did. And just like I said, I was at the right place at the right time. I was like science as a kid, and. I bet how many times you go to school. It's really, back then nobody cared if you worked in biology or whatever. Now we see the universities come by the plants, and I started doing presentations with them all. A&M, Kingsville, A&M, Corpus Christi, all the biologists. Some of them I think even work for the city now. I know some of them even work for TCQ. They remember me doing presentations for this. I don't see myself really as a champion. I see myself more of an ambassador to the city, and I think we all should take opportunity. It comes up in a conversation. The next time you're out there with friends, family, and they ask you what you do, what department you work with, don't be negative. Oh, I hate my job, or it's so tough. No, show them the positive side. What we do, you'll be surprised how you'll be, the way people look at you and appreciate what we all do as a whole. We are all city champions, all of us. It wouldn't happen if we weren't. One or two people cannot make the city work. And I want everybody out there, we are all city champions. Remember that. Thank you.